having your art feel unappreciated is a very crucial part of the process because I feel like you learn so much in that dynamic. You know, when you are very first coming into your artistry, unless you have direct help guiding you on how to be an artist in specific, the chances of you following the first sign of recognition goes up. So if you try something and you do something and you notice more people are saying good job to this than that, you may start doing this and not that, right? And it leaves you going down a path where you're starting to create art and starting to create, messages and pieces of you that aren't true to you. It causes people to start creating pieces of art for the applause, and they get further and further away from their true artistry. A lot of people never unlock their true level of artistry because they're too busy trying to keep up with the trends or the culture that they don't even realize that they have a whole new sound, a whole new image, a whole new whatever the case, waiting to be birthed from them. But they're too busy focused on everything outside of them that they don't look at them. And when you start to get that energy of unappreciation or people aren't seeing you, is going to inevitably cause you to make art that's truer to you because you feel like you're not being seen. So it's going to cause you to get experimental. The moment you start getting experimental, at least from a grounded or a introspective perspective, you're going to start seeing what you actually like. You're going to start seeing what you're actually good at. And then over time, you're going to stop looking for that approval. And you're just going to start doing the things that's true to you. You're going to start creating the art that's true to you. And the moment you start not caring about the approval, not caring for the applause and all that other goofy stuff, and focusing on strictly making art that's a clear representation of you, you're going to notice how everything around you also shifts. Now people are appreciating you. Now people are, congratulating you again and all this other type of stuff. When all you truly had to do was tap into the true essence of who you were. You guys, if you feel as if your art isn't being appreciated, good. Sometimes you don't need people to appreciate your work too. Sometimes, depending on what piece of art it is, you can expect people to not appreciate it. Because sometimes when it comes to truth, it's not always a digestible pill. And when you're creating art from a place of truth, it may not be accepted and appreciated to begin with, right? But the further you get into not caring and just creating the art and getting better at articulating what you believe, I promise you it's literally gonna feel like you turned the tide. You switched the course of how everything was going on, right? This need of people's approval keeps us stuck in a box that's like so detrimental to not only your mental health, your self-development as a person, but then your art takes a direct impact because you as a person is struggling, right? When you search for approval in your art or your art form, however you communicate and give back to the world, you're going to always reach a place of either stagnancy or dang near depression because you've based your art and your process on the likelihood of it being accepted. Now, this is very important for, people, let's say, trying to go into the quote unquote industry, music industry and all this other type of stuff, right? Because they're gonna try putting you into a box, right? They're gonna try giving you an image, they're gonna try giving you a brand and all that other type of good stuff, right? While that is fire to make you money, right? You always have to remember the true artistry has to come from you. And that can be that can show in any way, shape, or form. You can be jolly go lucky one day, be the rudest person on the planet the next day. That's still your art. And all because people aren't appreciating all of your art doesn't mean you're not an artist, or this piece of art is less impactful from this piece of art. You know, sometimes the one that got less applause could be more impactful than the one that everybody said good job on, right? You know, when you're dealing with people's emotions and feelings as an artist, you can't be looking for that, you know, that feedback, right? If they give it, cool. If they have something to say, amazing. Either you take it, you leave it, just, you know, read the source of who it's coming from. But emotion, you don't know what emotion just got sparked in that person. That person could have got inspired. That person could have got sad. That person could have got jealous. That person could have got happy. That person could. You don't know what emotion, what memory, what feeling, what anything sparked from them hearing your music, hearing your art, seeing your face, hearing your words, whatever the case may be, right? So you have to let that go. The only thing that you can focus on is actually creating and doing the things that is true to you, right? And bro, there's 8 billion people on this planet. I could be wrong. There could be more. There could be less. But just the thought of there being 8 billion people on this planet, you're telling me you can't get at least 1,000 people who truly support you? And when I say 1,000 people who truly support you, you are already famous if you have 1,000 people who already support you. All of us want 1 million followers and all this other type of stuff, all other type of good stuff, whatever. If you have 1,000 people who comment on every post, 1,000 people who like every post, 1,000 people who go to every show, 1,000 people to do whatever you're giving them the opportunity to do, you will inevitably grow into bigger numbers just off of the factor that you have 1,000 people rocking with you. If you have 1,000 YouTube comments and 1,000 likes on a video, YouTube is going to interpret that as that is a popping video, and they're going to keep pushing it. It's going to keep growing. If you go to a venue and you have 1,000 people inside of a room, other venues and other people in that room is going to see, bro, this nigga is selling tickets. Put him over here. All you have to do is get your 1,000 loyal supporters. I'm not even gonna call them fans. They're supporters. They're people who see something in you, who want to invest in you, whether that's their time, their listening, their whatever the case may be, their money. They're giving you something. They're supporting you. Focus on building a small community, and you'll notice in the process of you guys building a small community, it catapults into larger communities. You have to start where you're at. If you feel unappreciated, get better at what you do. Get better at articulating yourself. Say the things that you were scared to say. Start healing. Start changing your perspective on how you view your own art form. Start pushing it. And then when you start, you know, people are going to start feeling it. People are going to start seeing your vision without you having to say anything. That is one of the biggest and strongest things on the planet. When you can get somebody else to see your vision without you having to say it, without you having to say it, it would inevitably make them want to support or push it or help you go along further, right? Because you've already triggered a level of understanding within them. If you can trigger a level of understanding within your supporters, your viewers, audience, whatever the case may be, bro, they're going to put you in rooms for you, in other words, right? Like people could look at like streamers like Kai Cenat and stuff like that, right? People, okay, I'm gonna stop there. No, I'm not. People like Kai Cenat, right? His supporters, his audience will go and directly go to the people that they want to see on his stream. They will do the marketing for him because they see his vision. They know what he's trying to do. So if they see another streamer, another whatever the case may be that they think would be super duper cool on this podcast, they're going to go get him for him. They didn't have to do it because Kai has so much potency in his deliverance, in his message, and who he is as a person, that you can kind of guess the type of energies that he would be cool interacting with. It should be the same thing with you. Whether you're trying to be the next Beyonce, be the next LeBron, trying to be the next Dr. Sebi, whatever the case may be, you have to lock in on what you believe in. And you will naturally grassroot the people who supporting it. But as long as you're chasing likes, chasing the fame, chasing whatever the case may be, you may get a little bit of it, but it's going to take so much of a hit on your mental health that you're going to wish you never even did it. And you're going to start wanting to change paths, switch careers, and all this other type of stuff because you couldn't handle what you asked for. Prioritize yourself, learn yourself, and love yourself. And I love you.